good to go. I got to share my screen. All right, let me share the screen. I think I need to share it after the fact. So share, boom, there we go. We Gucci, and y'all should be able to see the screen in full. Let me know in the chat, right in the chat for me, or you could just unmute real quick if you can hear. Can y'all see the screen? Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. And then we're going to share some of this, a little bit, a portion of it on social media, but it's only going to be temporary. And so, for those who are watching on social, this is just another way of how we're going to be able to like leverage social media to build this. Oh, look at this background. It's like all red. I changed that, but that's okay. I don't think I can change it while we're streaming. Let me see. Maybe I can. Oh, I can. That's cool. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this presentation. Today, we're talking about getting booked, getting seen, getting paid on multiple platforms. And so excited to have each and every one of you guys here. This is something that I'm going to be presenting at an event coming up, actually at the end of the week coming up. And so I'm going to be having some of my brand new books. However, for every single person that is here, make sure if you are brand new, you're here in the community. If you're watching on social media, you must join the community. But please do not miss our Money Mondays. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing part 2 of getting prepared for our 90-day blitz, where it's all about being able to help every single one of us that are participating to get to $10,000 in a month in income. Some of you guys will be going towards $10,000 weeks. And then some of you guys will be pushing for a $10,000 day. And all of this encompasses being more visible, which you guys are going to learn on today, why it's going to be important that we are getting visible, okay, to get to the bag. Okay. So that's every Monday. This Monday night, we won't be meeting via Google Meets. We're going to be meeting right here in school, just like you guys are watching in the community. Now, this is a little gift for every single one of you. If you have joined into the community, so that means you have gone into the community and joined, and then you go to the timeline. So what you want to do is, matter of fact, I could just kind of show y'all better than I can tell you. So what you want to do is when you join the community, it's going to look something like this. As you can see, we're live right now. All you're going to do is introduce yourself. So you're going to put your title, Queen of Book Marketing, of Book Profits, and not marketing, and visibility, right? And I'm going to say, hello, everyone. My name is, and you're going to introduce yourself. You could even include your website, right? Website.com. You could even include a picture, right? Include a picture of yourself, right? And then you're going to post your introduction. Once you post your introduction, boom, it is posted. So you're going to go here and do introduce yourself, okay? Make sure you select this category, introduce yourself, because anybody that has done it, and I have not opened up access to the $300 hotel voucher, I will, but it must be under this category. So this is one of the incentives for joining our community. So every single one of you, even if you've been a part of the community for a minute, make sure you introduce yourself and include the category, introduce yourself, and I'll make sure the gift will actually be located in the classroom. So all you got to do is then go to the classroom. Once it's activated, just send me a message as well too. But you go right here to the classroom, and when you scroll down, you're going to see where it says $300 in restaurant vouchers, and it's also, when you click in there, it's going to also have a QR code for the hotel voucher and for the restaurant voucher. All you got to do is scan the QR code and you are good to go. Doggone it. I did not mean to do that, y'all. But anyway, so let me pull up this website again, because when I did that, it removed everybody. Okay, perfect. So that's what you got to do. All right. Now, I'm going to get into this conversation because many of us are already authors or aspiring to be authors, i.e. Book Profits Club. Hello. If you are an author, I just want you to type 1 in the chat. If you're an author, type 1 in the chat. If you're not yet an author, I want you to type 2. And so really, really happy to hear. We got a lot of authors here. I know we have some future authors, which is absolutely fine. For me, being an author is absolutely one of the best marketing tools I've ever created. And there are many reasons why, right? Now, I never wrote a book because I wanted to sell books. I wrote a book because I wanted to sell. And some of you guys will catch this as we continue to progress in this webinar. But I want to give you a real life example of how I used a visibility stage, right? So this was me speaking on a stage that I pitched myself to walk away with over $10,000 in sales. Are y'all cool with that? Drop a dollar sign in the chat. So I know y'all can see it on the screen, but it's better when I explain it, okay? So I had a chance to speak at this event, guys. And at this event, I found out they had about 100 people coming. Now, this is the thing. A lot of times, what most of us are waiting for are the 1,000 of people events. But do y'all know y'all could be building a whole 7-figure business with small, intimate 50 to 100 people events? Like, we don't have to wait for the big, massive, 1,000 attendee events, right? And so, anyways, I was blessed to get that opportunity to be able to speak in front of about 100 people. Now, this was actually a high ticket event. I asked how much does it cost how much does it cost to speak? On average, most people paid $500. So what I did for this particular event, that meant that these people already were really like qualified, because based on what my offer was, I knew that if they would pay $500 to be at an event, it's a likelihood that they would pay $1,000 to $5,000. Does that make sense, everyone? And so what I was able to do, guys, was use my book as a marketing tool. So instead of me then trying to sell 25 books, when I got on that visibility platform, what I did was I offered everybody an opportunity to get my book for free. The way you got it, though, is you had to schedule a discovery call with me before the end of that day. I was only given about 30 minutes to speak. I also know that in 30 minutes time, I am not about to change somebody's life. But what I can do is leave an impression on a person that then gets them to want to have my book in their hands, and people are going to act quickly so that they can get one of the 25 books I have in hands. Are y'all with me, guys? And so I do this all the time. Y'all could throw a little heart emoji if that makes a little sense, right? And so I do this all the time, guys. I don't go to events to try to sell books. That's little money. No disrespect, y'all. But I'm not about to be carrying 100 books to an event and then make a couple dollars if I even sell 100 of those books. No, I'm going to have about 25 of those good books with me, and I am going to make it exclusive, specifically if it's an event like this. Now, if it's an event that might be less of an investment, there may be different techniques that I would do. So anyways, at this event, y'all, I had 25 people that scheduled a call. Out of the 25, because everybody didn't show, 13 people showed up. Also, the people that pay $500 for an event are going to be more likely to show up, which is why I have no problem with giving them a free book. Now, had it been a different scenario, you might have had to buy the book or something like that, which Stevie can attest. She's seen me do it both ways. I've done it at her event before where I sold out of books in a matter of, I don't know how long I had, 30 minutes or something, right? And so anyways, from those 13 people who showed up, 6 people invested into the program that I was offering. I made over $10,000 from speaking at that one space. Guys, visibility is all about getting to the profits too. The reason why you want to be on more stages, the reason why you want to be on more podcasts, the reason why you want to be on more media outlets is because the more visibility you guys are obtaining in front of new audiences, the more money you can make, right? Y'all with me? If you guys are with me still, go ahead and just let me know, right? So today, we have to start to shift the way that we think about building business, right? We've got to shift. And so tonight, I'm not here to do a whole lot of motivation. That's not what I do. I'm here to teach. I want you guys to truly learn, pick up what I'm putting down. And I'm actually going to be selecting, I think I'm down to about 3 or 4 more spots at this introductory opportunity. And we've been pitching our members, y'all. And so I just want y'all to know, like, we have some members. John Mann is a part of it. We've been pitching him probably right now to maybe 5 to 10 different platforms every single day. And it takes a little time to build up. But eventually what's about to happen is he's about to be booked, busy, blessed, and banked. Amen. And so we're going to be positioning about 3 or 4 more people that we can work with no matter where you're located in the United States of America. Now, I do have a question to ask you. How many of you guys currently And this is even with our BPC members. How many of you guys currently have a system that you can use to follow up when you are getting on these platforms? So if I'm speaking on a stage, if I'm on a podcast and they say, how can I get in touch with you outside of telling them to follow me on Instagram, because I do not own that? How many of you guys have opportunities where you can email people, you can call people, you can text people, right? How many of you guys have that available? Because if you do not have that system in place, you gotta have a system, okay? Now, I'm not telling you to let that prohibit you from pitching yourself to get on platforms, but you really need to have something in place that allows you to be able to follow up when you are getting positioned on these visibility spaces. And also, the fortune is in the follow up. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to understand something, that honestly, if we could be transparent, there's nothing really new under the sun. Nothing really is new under the sun for the most part. The difference is that it is us. So, whatever we have experienced in life, whatever we've gone through in life, the difference between what we have learned to do is that we have our fingerprint on the result, right? And so, because of that, yes, you might have done amazing on that podcast. Yes, you might have been amazing on that stage. But the truth is that with your systems, you need to be following up when people hear you speak. You get on a podcast, ladies and gentlemen, when they say, hey, how do we get in touch with you? You need to be sending them to a site so that they can subscribe to get more information, and you can follow up with them. You can send them emails. You can send them testimonials. You can send them, hey, listen, how you doing today? Short messages. But the goal is that you got to make sure that you are responding back or replying back or following up with every single person who sees you on these stages, every single person who hears you on the podcast. And let me just go ahead and give you another little tip right now that's not even on the screen. When you do get to the point of when they ask you, so, AJ, this was incredible. You gave us so much information today. How do we get in touch with you? Oh, Sharon, you are amazing, man. Powerful, powerful information. What can someone do to get a copy of your book? Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Giving people a ton of different websites, a whole lot of information to go and check out this and click there, that is not what I mean. You need to give them one site, one page. That is it. They go to that. And then from there, now you have their name, their email, their phone number. You can send them whatever you want to send them afterwards. I was on a podcast just 2 days ago, and the young lady said, so can you go ahead and share all your social media details and everything so people can get in touch with you? Thank you, Miss Interviewer. I'm so glad you guys are here. I have a website where you can register for my webinar, howtospeakonmorestages.com. That's where you're going to go, howtospeakonmorestages.com. And when you go to that website, it's going to register you for my free masterclass. Matter of fact, when you register for that webinar, you're also going to be able to join our community for free, and you'll get an opportunity to purchase a copy of my book. Okay, great. Did everybody pick up what I just did? I'm not giving you multiple links. I'm not telling you to go to multiple platforms. And so when we are getting on these stages, ladies and gentlemen, we have one website. And then once they are added, now we're going to be following up with them literally as much as possible. How many of y'all bought something from Shein ever? Or Temu? Or Amazon? If you have, just put I have in the chat. Now, if you ain't gonna participate at all, just say that's me. If you just ain't gonna type in the chat at all. I'm joking. But listen, you guys are putting I have, right? How many times did they message us today? How many times did Amazon let us know that something is on sale based on what we've bought? Temu, here's a discount. Multiple times. Why do the big brands do it and we get I don't want to worry people too much. Baby, you going to get this smoke. And so it takes 7 to 12 follow-ups. That means emails, text messages, tagging them on Instagram, retargeting before the average person actually purchases. And so when you get on the podcast, that's the first touch. Now we got to make sure we stay in touch with them, right? All right. So today, why you need more visibility. That's one of the topics we're going to talk about. Number 2, we're going to talk about how to get more visibility opportunities. We're then going to talk about the BPC visibility blueprint. And then I'm going to give you some really good information. I want to know if it is okay that I also share with you how I can help you to get more visible. If that is okay, just let me know. Just let me know in the chat. That means I'm going to pitch you. Yes, it is. Yes, it does mean. But y'all ain't had to pay nothing to come today. Okay. Y'all ain't had to pay $300 to be here on today. So if y'all don't mind that I pitch you, and if you see the value in the value, then take advantage of it, right? Okay, I just want to make sure because I promise you're gonna get some good information. But the next thing after that is what are you gonna do with it, right? Now, if you are watching on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Kick. Yes, honey, I'm streaming on Kick. If you are watching on any of these platforms, this is about to end soon, so you will not be able to see the full presentation. I hope BPC y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm giving you an appetizer, but if you really want to see the full presentation, you have to join into the community to watch the full webinar there, okay? And so I'm just reminding y'all, I will be a time where I'll actually be shutting this. Oh, actually, is that the time? I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more, then I'm ending the live stream. And so if you're not watching here in the community, you're gonna miss out. So, anyways, I want to talk to you guys the difference between authors who actually get booked and those who are not getting booked on the platforms. And this is very important. I need everybody to listen to me on this because this is so important, y'all. By the way, does anybody know John C. Maxwell? So this is a picture of me and John C. Maxwell himself. And I had a chance to actually host a panel at an event that he was speaking at. John C. Maxwell is definitely one of the authors that encouraged me in this journey of personal self-development. And so I got a chance to speak on that stage. Now, what a lot of us will do is we get chances to get on certain platforms and be around a lot of people, and we forget to repurpose that information. I want everybody to remember this, and please remember this, is that people pay attention to who's paying attention to you. People pay attention to who's paying attention to you. And so a lot of times what most people do is they want to launch their book or launch their program and they want to go straight to Oprah. They want Oprah to book them on the podcast show. We want to get on OWN network. We trying to go straight to the top. And the truth is that if Oprah were to look you up, if Oprah were to Google you, who else is talking about you? Matter of fact, I challenge you guys, not right now, but at least once a week to look your name up. Google yourself. You want to see who else is talking about you because I promise on everything I love, they're not just going to see if you have an Instagram. They want to know who else is highlighting you. And if you want to get booked on more platforms, you have to get booked. Is everybody with me on that? And so, like some of the stuff that we're learning, and this is why we have this amazing introductory offer, because right now, the individuals that we're working with, we're guaranteeing them for their investment 5 placements. It's a guarantee. So until we get the 5, we're going to keep pitching that person, right? But what we are learning is that, like, even some of the people that we're pitching, they're like, okay, great, send us their speaker's reel. Send us a video of them speaking. Send us some content of them being interviewed because people want to know what it's going to be like interviewing you. People want to know what it's going to be like having you on their stage. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And so you've got to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, is it our responsibility to be booked and getting on more platforms? And guess what? Sometimes they may cost us money. Sometimes we might have to invest. But I'm telling you, this is all what's building up your resume. Yes or yes? Y'all with me? Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Give me them thumbs up in the chat, right? All right. Listen, if you're watching us on social media, this is where this stream is going to end. So everybody's watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. Oh, we're not streaming on TikTok right now. On Instagram and all the things. If you want to join us, you got to go to bookprofitsclub.com and we are going to see you guys later. All right. In that screen. Let me end that real quick, y'all. And I want y'all to pick up what I just did too. For everybody that is watching us on the other social media platforms and how fire that was.